recent years, local real estate has been just as hot as our summer temperatures, but more recently, experts have been describing housing market activity as tepid. So is that still true here locally? And what does it mean for our buyers and sellers? Here to tell us is Steve Flash, a director with the Fresno Association of Realtors. So we were just talking about this. What we might see in the headlines might not be true for Fresno. So what makes Fresno different than, much of the headlines that we see about real estate?
Yeah, well, first, a lot of the headlines that we see are talking about statistics at either the state or the national level.
Okay.
And real estate is really local.
Yes.
So if you look at specifically the Fresno County and Fresno and Clovis in particular, there's truly a lack of inventory. Mayor Dyer quotes, we need about 43,000 units just within the city of Fresno. The city of Clovis needs about 14 to 15,000 units to meet its current population. So with the rate that we're building, it's going to take several years to meet that. And despite the fact that we've seen a negative migration in the state, the Central Valley has still grown over the past couple years, and that growth is expected to continue over the next several years.
Yes, while we see people leave California, this is still a very big and populous state, and people want to go to places where their dollar goes further. So we've got low inventory, but now we've also have these interest rates that keep going up. So how is that affecting our purchasing power, maybe even what sellers see?
Yeah, so it's definitely had an impact on the market. We're seeing fewer homes that are hitting the market, and then we're also seeing fewer buyers for those homes. Now, Fresno, again, with that lack of inventory, we've weathered the storm better than a lot of other markets.
Yeah.
We saw that seasonal dip in the winter, but that's all come back, and any loss that we saw in value, we've definitely came back and picked up. From a buyer's perspective, I think they've got more opportunities because of the fact that there is fewer buyers that are in the market. They get more choices. They don't have that rush that they had a couple years ago. From a seller's perspective, things are still moving relatively quickly. The average days on market is around 25 days, but if you look at the median, that's still 8 days. So we've got half of the homes that are selling in 8 days or fewer. So we're still seeing a lot of activity, and again, that's really driven by that lack of homes. We just don't have enough homes for the people that are here.
And it might seem scary if you're a buyer to get into the market right now when you see those interest rates go up and up and up, but it is really nice to not have it be so competitive where you're putting 8, 10 offers in and they're all getting denied. So it can make it a little less of an emotional roller coaster. What do you expect? What do you predict will happen to Fresno in the next couple of years?
So interest rates, while they are high right now, and they may go a little bit higher before the end of the year, they're expected to come down relatively soon after that. A lot of the experts that I've been reading and paying attention to are expecting us to be below 6% by the early of next year, and then hopefully below 5% by the beginning of 2025.
Okay.
So rates are definitely going to be coming down. And in addition to that, the demand we think is going to stay high. We've got the largest cohort of people that are coming into their prime buying years at 34, 35 years old with the millennials. So we've got a huge group that are coming in, and that is going to keep the demand high.
Yeah.
And from what we see, the #1 financial goal of that cohort is home ownership. So we anticipate there being a lot of demand, and as interest rates start to come down, as inventory stays low, we expect there to be a lot of activity in the market, and we're also anticipating there to be increase in sales volume as well as prices and values.
Yes, I don't know what it is about those years when you hit 34, 35, that's my age. I'm just really interested in real estate. How can I make something happen instead of I'll never be able to do that? My whole thing is, how can I make that happen? How can I move money that I've put aside so that I can put it in something that is relatively safe? I always hear from people, real estate is a great investment and it allows you to be able to do so many more things. So lots of people think in that way, but you're not really able to get the best deal, to get the best situation unless you know somebody who knows the market. Because you said, real estate's really local.
Yes.
How does the Association of Realtors help buyers and sellers?
So the Association of Realtors is more set up to be a benefit. It's a member services organization, so we benefit our members. We provide education to our members. We're the home of the Fresno Multiple Listing Service, which is a database that we use to share information and comp out properties and everything else. So most of the Fresno Association is directed towards serving our members, and then our members then go ahead and serve the public.
Right, so it's so beneficial as a buyer or as a seller to utilize one of those realtors because they're really interested and invested in their education as a realtor, their knowledge as a realtor, to be a part of a group like that and to always be in servicing and and learning more. So how can we find a realtor from the Association of Realtors, and what's the difference if we decided not to go with somebody from the association?
Yeah, so the big difference between a realtor and a real estate licensee is realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, and we're bound by our code of ethics. And that code of ethics is something that really sets us apart from most agents and licensees that are out there. So definitely work with a realtor, work with a local realtor. That local knowledge is huge. So if you've got an aunt or somebody that practices real estate up in Northern California, I'm sure she's a great woman, but if she doesn't know the Fresno market, you're going to be at risk with using her. So make sure you're working with somebody local. You can always reach out to the association at 490-6400 if you have any questions. They'll probably put you in touch with our current president, and Brian Domingos, who's a great guy, would be more than happy to help anyone.
Okay, perfect. Steve Flash from the Fresno Association of Realtors. We appreciate the market update. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And coming up, Elite Auto is getting you ready for your next summer road trip. They can get you into your dream car or truck. We head to Visalia after this.